I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, I think we're on episode 11 now of Quicksilver. I got me some parts in stock, and also don't mind the washing machine noises in the background because this laundry room also doubles as my pinball workshop. So, as promised, I said I would read the comments at the beginning of each episode of this Quicksilver series, just for something new, fun, and something different. So instead of reading all the comments for all of my channel, we're just going to read specific comments for the last episode because it is more relevant. I haven't looked at these whatsoever. So we're going live here and see what y'all have to say. All right, so don't forget, I have Pinball Shenanigans stickers available in my eBay store, but you can't order any because Canada Post is on strike and has been for a friggin' month. There you go. That's my eBay store. Acme Video Games. This is like kind of going to an old listing. It's kind of weird link. Anyway, that's my store there. I'm going off on a tangent, but that's all right. Because I also sell, look at this, I've sold 30,000 items. I've been on eBay since like 2002. And I sell lots of pinball stuff too. So, you know, if you want some circuit boards, showing like all the boards up front here. Got Zachariah displays. It all started with video game stuff, of course. That's all kind of turned into pinball stuff now. DMDs and manuals. Oh, I got all kinds of manuals. Some plastics. Anyway, going off on a tangent, like I said. But hey, while we're here, let's keep rolling. Let's see if this link still works. This is my silver ball swag. Yeah, here we go. So if you want any merch, we've got lots of cool stuff here. Glasses, mugs, more stickers too, and little patch, hoodies, hats, beanies. We call them toques here in Canada. Y'all in the US of A call them beanies. But it's Canadian dollars, so for y'all that's like only maybe $18 US. Actually, maybe a little more. But anyway, let's get to the comments. So, what do we got here? What do we got? We got Mason Hopkins. Hey, Mike, just wanted to say, extremely new to pinball as of August this year. Very new, okay. But your channel has helped kill plenty of hours at work. Love following these restoration projects and have enjoyed and learned a lot from a few of the collection tours you've done in the past. Cheers and keep it up. Oh, right on. Well, that's great. Come along for the ride and welcome to the rabbit hole. All right, we got Anthony Presley says, have always wanted a Quicksilver. Definitely worth the trouble to get this playfield a second chance at life. Yeah, I'm enjoying giving this playfield a life. You know, definitely the new playfield route is an option, and still, you know, there's, you know, I can turn back. I can give this playfield a life and also, you know, transfer it over to a new playfield one day. But to find this old playfield in a pile of playfields in the basement of some random person's house and then, you know, give it a nice new shiny cabinet, it's pretty satisfying. We got Mark Jackson. And he says, this video shows just how much work is involved in just getting pop bumpers sorted out. Yeah, you're telling me, eh, buddy? Can't say I love the plastic housing, rods and rings, and the yoke part. I know, that's a weird way that Stern did those, and it's surprising that they held up. But, you know, if you have an old Stern with these plastic pop bumpers and yokes and rods and rings, like, let me know. Like, have you had them explode before? Because I don't know, they seem to be okay, surprisingly. These look like a recipe for trouble with these components. Yeah, exactly. The older style with the metal housings, metal rod and rings, and metal and fiber yokes are almost indestructible, whereas these look like problems waiting to happen. But I'm sure you'll get them right, Mike. Can't wait to see the yellow bodies and rollover lanes. They should look great. How's Barry? Well, funny you ask about these guys, because I've got them in stock and we're gonna possibly play with those today. I think the idea for today is to get these pop bumpers reassembled with the new parts and installed at a very minimum. And in terms of Barry, Jamie said she saw him on the ring camera this morning, but by the time she saw that, he was long gone. So he's still around, he's floating around, and hopefully he'll pop in for a visit soon. Espresso Mechanic TV says, those LEDs should really make the pop bumpers pop. You got it, buddy. I think so too. The LED modification where I will never have to worry about pressure fit light bulbs again in those pop bumper sockets. So I think that should be pretty sweet. Hey, it's Smitty. I haven't heard from Smitty in a little bitty. Mike, you can easily fix your pop bumper brackets doing the super glue and baking soda method. They'll be stronger than new. Okay, well, I was being a little bit leppy and I did the super glue, but not so much the baking soda. But yeah, I've heard that a couple times and it sounds like it is a good strategy. So damn it, consider yourself yelled and cussed at. Thank you, appreciate that. Keep it coming, Smitty. Take care, brother. Damon Huffman says, studies have shown that women are much better at discriminating between colors than men. I have heard this before. Maybe have Jamie help you with color matching. Awesome shenanigans watching that LED bounce around when you crush the lens. Yeah, that thing just vanished into the ether. Hilarious seeing it land on that spoon on your bench and you not seeing it. Is that where it landed? Oh my god, that's hilarious. I found myself talking to the screen, pointing it out to you. Great episode. That's hilarious. Jeffrey Nero says, this is true. Women definitely have better color vision. And I think can't be color blind. Good point. They can also hear the smallest of squeaks in copiers. Do not ask me how I know. Right on though with your comment. All right, we've got Dave Weston says, some random thoughts and a silly question concerning those pop bumper brackets. Oh, hold on one moment. Oh, never mind. I thought I heard Jamie coming down to deal with laundry, but seeing as how it's still making a ruckus, I guess she won't be coming down until that shuts up. Anyway, having now seen the entire assembly, I realized that remaking them out of metal is much more involved than I originally thought. However, one could conceivably reinforce the corners by creating a metal bracket that lays on top of the existing plastic bracket. Basically a flat piece of metal, about 2 millimeters larger than the edges of the plastic bracket, with a large hole in the center to surround the pop bumper collar and screw holes in the corners. Yeah, I see where you're going with this. With the metal plate between the bracket and the playfield, even if the corners of the plastic bracket crack, the bracket is held securely in place. Yep, that's a good strat. That would actually work. It is, in fact, very easy to strip threads in a plastic post. Yeah, for sure. The trick is to turn the screw backwards, quarter to half a turn before beginning to tighten the screw, allowing the screw thread to match up with the post thread. Yep, that's a good strategy. You kind of reverse your screw a little bit before you screw it in. Make sure that the threads catch properly. And just curious, and I figure you're in a better position to know than I am, has LED technology progressed to the point where they can simulate the behavior of an incandescent bulb? I prefer LED bulbs for many reasons, but they tend to be instant on or off a digital state, whereas incandescent bulbs tend to fade, albeit in a split second, from on and off, again, analog state. Yep. Well, this is true. LEDs typically can't fade on and off unless you have, for some machines, they have a LED OCD little board that you can install, like say in my Demolition Man, and then it would more accurately mimic the fading on and fading off of incandescent bulbs. And it's highly recommended in a lot of those newer machines, like Stern White Star machines like Lord of the Rings, because they have cool fading effects on them. and I leapt it up on my Lord of the Rings, and I didn't put the LED OCD board in there. They're a few $100, and I was just being leppy, so I didn't I didn't buy it. But you kind of really got to be looking for it in order to notice it. But yep, so the LEDs themselves, I don't think can do them without the assistance of like an LED OCD board. But yep, there is options out there. All right, we got Angelo says, seems like some parts would be extremely hard to find. Is there anyone 3D printing parts? Well, yes, they are. And they are even printing like the plastic rods and rings, and maybe even the yokes. I've seen them out there on the Quicksilver thread on Pinside. There's a very detailed thread of someone doing a scratch build on a Quicksilver. And I've seen some 3D parts for the pop bumpers printed there. And elsewise, like, you know, you can pretty much print anything these days. What is Dave Weston's reply to this comment? He says, it's entirely possible, however, some criteria first need to be met. A need must be identified. The question has been asked, so check. The services of a CAD designer must be obtained. Original part, preferably unbroken, must be provided to the designer for examination, digital modeling. Decide who owns the resulting files and whether to sell the produced part or the file so the user can print their own or farm it out to be printed. Yeah, like for example, a couple of my buddies recently have printed their own housings for Gottlieb edge connectors, which, you know, if you try and repin Gottlieb connectors and get out the old pins, it's a pain in the butt. But the edge connectors haven't been readily available until recently, now that they can be 3D printed. So you can just cut those wires right off and put on new terminals instead of trying to remove the old terminals, which is a friggin' nightmare. Anyway, I've been trying to do this to replicate the plastic score motor cams from old Chicago coin EM machines, but I have yet to be able to get my hands on an original part for reference. Well, good luck. Hopefully you can find that, because that, you know, I'm sure other people could use as well. All right, we got Carlos Fields says, I'm the first. Nice job, brother. 2 minutes, no views. What's up, brother Mike? And Angelo says, first to comment, I've been quietly watching, LOL. All right, good job. All right, so that's the comments for the day. Thank you for all y'all chiming in and yelling and cursing at me. Please bring some more of that. Always love to hear it. Anyway, let's go look at my new shiny parts. One more thing, just a quick shout out to Rob Vieira, fellow Shenanigander and Leper. He has been sending me little bits and things of stuff he's doing to his machines, including this very leppy topper that he made for $15. A couple of old rackets he found on Marketplace, some old tennis ball tins, some tennis balls, and there you go. That's how you lep yourself up a topper. And then the jack, that was free, he said. So total of $15 for 2 toppers. Nice job, brother. Hey, I just realized that LEP can also stand for low-end production, because this is about as low-end production quality one can get on a YouTube channel. So hope you love that as well. Okay, so let's look at some parts I got. They're also very leppy. This is picture hanging wire for hanging your photos and your pictures and your family members and all that good stuff. In my case, it is going to be to wire up the lamp panel for Quicksilver, back box, lighting, etc. So $7 shipped from Amazon. And I actually seen someone on Pinside thread say they did it on their Matahari, and it worked like a charm. Needed a little extra heat and a little extra flux to get the solder to take, but for $7, that was a gamble I was willing to take. Oh, this is the exciting stuff here. Marco always packs this stuff good. I really need my knife here, but that is a solid 2 feet away and I can't reach. Okay, what did I drop? Okay, check this out. We've got our, I think these are tall posts. Yep. Our short posts. Those are going to look friggin' awesome. Our lane guides. Supposed to be 5 in there. I think we're good, hopefully. And yes, top bumper bodies. It's gonna look so good. And over here, our new yellow skirts. I wonder if they make translucent skirts. Has anyone ever done that? Because that would also be friggin' cool. Unless it's really nasty and dirty and gross underneath the skirts and you don't want to see that, but in my case, that wouldn't apply. Oh, also, look what I got. Because it was like Cyber Monday or Black Friday or whatever it was, this tool was on sale from 20 bucks US to 15 US. It is the 2 standard sizes that you will ever need for any pinball machine, for leg bolts, head bolts. And mine was just getting a little bit, like, see how nice and stiff that is? Mine was getting a little floppy. Where is mine? I'll grab it. Well, you know, it's not actually floppy like I thought it was. But I think that sometimes it was starting to slip on me. So I thought maybe it's just getting worn, because I've used this for a lot of machines. Oh yeah, there's the flop. See, I wasn't lying. Anyway, I just thought for 15 bucks, brand new shiny one. And then maybe I'll donate this to someone. Anyway, this is the one lamp socket that I got, which I do not need anymore, because I had 2 other ones in stock, so I just needed a 3rd one. But as you know, I decided to go with the LED mod. Now, after I ordered these, someone said these might not be the correct ones, although it says Stern game plan pre-1984. I'm a little bit sad because these shafts apparently are just not long enough, and I might need to order a different kind. So I'm afraid, let's see, I have an old flipper bat somewhere. This is the original, or the one that was in there anyway, which I'm assuming is original. It might actually be okay. Oh, okay. Look at that. This is identical reproduction here. Okay, good. I was a little worried that my shaft might have been a little too short, but I think I'm gonna be good. So I think that's it. Oh wait, hold on. That is not it, boys and girls. Not it at all. Check this out. Stern coin door decal. Stern coin door start button decal. And then got one more thing from Titan Pinball. Check out this. Oh yeah. This is the Titan sample kit that you can buy. It's got a whole lot of rubbers in there. You get to pick 3 sets of flipper rubbers. Get to pick a few post rubbers. And then all kinds of, well, I got the clear. I think you can probably get any color you want. That might not be true. Might only be clear and black. But yeah, there we go. I think this machine, although the playfield is a, you know, little piggy, with all this lipstick on it, I think it should look pretty damn good. Well, just for S&Gs, I noticed a few differences between the old and the new wrench here. The old one says, oh yeah, well, 9/16 pin wrench, USA, and 5/8. This says Tecton. Also, this base here looks, and this one here, look at that, it's a little heavier dutier. And then the insides, that is what, 6 sides, is that hexagon? This is like 10 sides, like a decagon shape. So I'm getting basically what I feel like is a new and improved design. So well worth the $15 US. Okay, one last thing, and I promise I will get to work. Barry, you need to be here to like whip me into shape. I'm slacking. Just want to say thanks again to Johnny C, that's John Charest, who went across the border to Port Huron, waited in lines, got called into the office to go pay the extra duty money, and spent his effort, energy, time, and money to pick up and deliver this stuff from Sarnia to London to me and Corey and Kevin. We all had a whole bunch of packages there that he picked up for us, and it is very much appreciated, brother. Thank you so much for dropping all this stuff off on Saturday. And yeah, we'll see you Tuesday at Forked River. Thanks again. All right, it is time to do this 3D puzzle. That's not too bad. It's only like a 30-piece puzzle, if you include all the screws and whatnot. But in short order, we're going to actually be able to see what this thing's going to look like. There's the old and the new. My first time doing clear bodies, so that was exciting. Okay, I almost forgot about a whole bunch of comments because I went upstairs, I had to go do some stuff, and then I was just kind of looking at other comments on other videos, and I realized, shit, I missed a whole whack because people were still commenting on part 9 of Quicksilver, and I just read the comments for part 10, so it's only fair that I go over the part 9 comments because I almost forgot about y'all, and I won't do that to you. You know me, I'm solid. So let's you're gonna have to tolerate, another 15 minutes of me jabbering away here, or yapping or yabbering or whatever, all the above. So let's see what else we got here. I kind of briefed over a couple because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm missing a whole bunch of comments here. All right, so we got Landry's Pinball. He says, Mike, to get the star rollovers out of their inserts, just take a small straw or tube and push it over the point of the white rollover button and in between the insert clip points to unlock the clips free and the rollover up to be removed. That is a cool strategy. I did not know about that. And yeah, if that's doable, then that's great. Once removed, I use a fiberglass pen and or Q-tips dipped in alcohol to clean the insert of the soot grime, toss the rollovers into the top shelf of the dishwasher in a basket for baby bottle parts, and they come out like new. Save a few bucks on new rollovers. That is definitely the way to let that up. Good tips. Thank you, Larry, also known as Landry. And Carlos says, that's a great tip. I'll try that. I'm thinking some of my Molex pin removal tools will work too. Oh yeah, actually, you're right. That could be the way to go on those. Yeah, nice. Good idea. Doubleman says, love the comments part, brother. So I'll keep that rolling for the rest of this episode, or series, I should say. Okay, stop going in and out, stupid phone. This is low-end productions, remember? Damon Huffman says, can't beat the local source for parts. Everyone has a story about the game they never should have sold or sold too low, yeah, or got away. Hope your star posts come in soon. Look forward to seeing them installed. Yep, me friggin' too. I just got a text. Someone was messaging me about a Sky Kings for sale, so I've been talking with them. Anyway, Jeffrey Nero says, another fascinating day in the life of Mike D. Wow, you have all sorts of spare parts. Organized so well. I love your basement. Such a cool space to be in. Thanks for taking us along, Mike. I learned something for the future while having some fun watching. If I may ask, how long have you been into pinball? Never even thought about pinball until I saw a Simpsons in a buddy's bar 15 years ago. I've wanted one since, and in the past year and a half, I've gotten a small collection. It's interesting how we all got into the hobby. To me, I really like pinball. Try and be quick about this, but my first pinball machine I had maybe I got like 24 years ago, give or take. It was a pinball machine at a bar. I went to the bar to play pool tournaments, and in between matches, I would go play this pinball machine, and then got kind of really into that machine, and then Jamie ended up buying that machine for me, so she started it all. It's all her fault, and that machine was Cue Ball Wizard, so that's kind of one of the ways I got into pinball. WMS Pins. Chris, okay, to have back the games I sold a year ago when prices were... No, sorry, let me try and say that with proper grammar. Oh, to have back the games I sold a year ago when prices were what they were. Crazy that you could buy a Circus Voltaire for $2,700 on the closeout in 1997. Yep, I remember that. Quicksilver coming along well. I don't know, I would have the patience to do what you're doing. Can't wait to see it all together. I'm definitely taking a lot of time on this project, but you know, all I got is time, so I'm gonna just keep plucking away. Thanks, Chris. Espresso Mechanic TV says, your postal strike is real pain at the moment. Yeah, tell me about it. I have a relative in Ontario and was unable to send her a Christmas card this year. Still, at least Quicksilver is taking shape nicely. Well, good news is Canada Post is forced to go back to work tomorrow. Finally. Been like a month. Anthony Presley says, I wish I was in the pinball market 10 to 20 years ago. Oh yeah, those were the glory days. I bought and sold a few pinballs, but mainly collected arcade machines. Prices were 1/5 of what they were for most pinball and arcade machines. Yep, absolutely. Most of us have our stories of the friggin' $2,500 Indiana Jones pinball adventures and whatnot. And yeah, those were the good old days. So Colks Pinball, new to your channel, really like watching how you're doing things depending on the game I'm working on. I really like your methods. Oh yeah, this is the one I started replying to, and then I realized I got a bunch more comments I got to friggin' reply to as well. So I said, awesome, welcome to the Lepping Ways. Yep, welcome aboard, Colks. Thank you, and I'm glad you like. We got Prestamon. I should probably watch the whole video before I comment. You probably figured this out, but those bulbs at the top lanes are controlled, not GI. Yep, I did finally figure that out. Took me a friggin' hour because I'm Lep. I believe when you get all of the Quicksilver stand-ups, it lights the lane for extra ball. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. At a tournament I was at recently, I think it said special was set to 100,000. I don't know what light special, but those are some fun settings that I'm gonna get to mess with eventually. Mark Jackson, it's coming on very nicely now. Is this game a keeper or a resto to move on? Well, I'm gonna keep it for a while. It's probably gonna go where my Mars God of War sits right now when that eventually moves on, so that is the plan. Pez Johnson says, I can't believe that Mike Dimas read this comment on his video. Pez Johnson 2024. Keep the comments coming, people. Love the action. James Allen says, that's my t-shirt. Thanks for ruining my surprise. Oh, shit. Merry Christmas came early. Oops. Old Schoolums says the white spinner goes to Laserball. Yes, that is the correct answer. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Took me a bit to figure that out, but I figured it out. And yeah, thank you for chiming in. Okay, now I think I got everybody covered. So back to work. I don't know how I missed Eden Stam's comment. he was referring to the drop target episode. Oh, maybe because that was a different episode. Saying that this is a nightmare, and this has been a nightmare to watch. And I said, oh, wait till you see the friggin' Pop Bumper episode. Anyway, time to reassemble this thing. So let's maybe throw on some tunes and time-lapse this up. So here we go. Try and figure this friggin' 3D puzzle out.
Of everything, don't even think of challenging him. Watch his shots and post pass as he kicks you in the ass. Pinball Shenanigans, we can't resist. Best YouTube channel you don't wanna miss. Pinball toys, Grizzly Garage, fixing pins. No matter how you look at it, we all win. Now look at Julie's big smile as she takes down your score by a mile. There's no girl that can match her skill. Don't pay a dinner or you will be paying the bill. Pinball Shenanigans, we can't resist. Best YouTube channel you don't wanna miss. Pinball toys, Grizzly Garage, fixing pins. No matter how you look at it, we all win. We all win.
All right, there we go. One Pop Bumper assembled. Looking pretty good. And my spring looks like that'll pop pretty easily. I mean, once you put the spoon underneath it, like so. It just seems like very easily depressed, this spring, so it should be nice and poppy. Looks nice and snappy. I think they say something about like the fact that this is plastic rather than metal technically pops, you know, a few milliseconds faster, so it's a little snappier. But it's looking pretty damn good. So I will do this to the next two, and then I will be right back. All right, there we go. All three Pop Bumpers reassembled. I like the reassembly process a lot better than the disassembly and cleaning process, because this is quicker, easier, and my hands don't get black. So I think it's time to install these guys into the playfield and then see what they look like. All right, first step, installation and screwing.
We all win. Kevin's the pinball restoration king who never stops. Takes a pile of junk and makes it pop. Bring him 1, 2, 3 pinball machines. He don't care, don't in a week, and you won't be able to not stare. Pinball Shenanigans, we can't resist. Best YouTube channel you don't wanna miss. Pinball toys, Grizzly Garage, fixing pins. No matter how you look at it, we all win.
Okay, next step, spoons and switches.
Here comes a shoddy boy scoring high on each pin. This guy only knows how to win. A while back he sold Mike in Stranger Things. These two are living like kings. Pinball Shenanigans, we can't resist. Best YouTube channel you don't wanna miss. Pinball toys, Grizzly Garage, fixing pins. No matter how you look at it, we all win.
Okay, next it is time to wire up the lamp sockets.
We all win. Dutch is Kevin's kid, who's a master on the silver ball. Winning weekly tournaments is typical. At the tournaments he might be number 2, but Mike Davis, he's coming for you. Pinball Shenanigans, we can't resist. Best YouTube channel you don't wanna miss. Pinball
Okay, so I got the LEDs wired up there. And before I go any further, I have the playfield plugged in. I just want to make sure my lights work. I don't really think you can wire them up incorrectly, because it's just general illumination, AC, so should be fine, but let's just make sure they all light up. Can we tell from this side? I didn't want to cheat and have to look at the other side. But hey, check it out. These two lights we can see for the first time. I don't think we checked those out last time. All right, let's see. It's going to be cool. We're going to see what it looks like, and hopefully all the lights are working. Yeah. Yep. And yep. There's a little bit of a sneak preview. All right, last thing I got to do is wire up the solenoids. All right, there we go. The pop bumper solenoids are wired back up. And I was thinking, like, if for whatever reason an LED dies, or I want to change the color perhaps, or I don't find that they're bright enough, the fact that I got all this extra wire, I could literally just pull the wire through and pull the LED up, snip the wires, install a new LED, pull the wires back down. Got lots of extra room to work with there, so that's kind of cool to have that option if needed. And I see that I completely disregarded my orientation for the flippers. I mean, pop bumpers. Top right is on the bottom, top left is on the top right, and bottom's on the top left. That is how you lap things up. Hey, you know what that means? It's official. I have taken apart, cleaned, and rebuilt every single mech on the playfield now. So that mission is officially complete. All right, there they are. Look pretty darn sexy if you ask me. I will have the pop bumper caps tomorrow. Corey's going to bring them for me. I ordered them through Roger, but Roger ordered through Corey. So I'm just paying Corey, and Corey's meeting me at Forked River tomorrow for a little tournament and bringing me my pop bumper caps, and then I'll install those. I'm also getting my old playfield back from Brad, which means I can steal my spinner off of that and then deal with that. And I can also steal a playfield hook off of that playfield. And then all my missing parts will be complete. So I think now is about time to do some fun playfield stuff. I think I'll just prop the camera like right here and start installing all of the yellow posts. That is exciting. All right, I think that's a sufficient angle. Just gonna time lapse this for like 1 minute, so you won't be seeing a whole lot, but there and there are the goodies. Let's go. Okay, imagine you're kind of getting bored of that. And I'm finding that some posts are thicker than others and do not go in without a major fight. So I actually think I'm gonna have to go around to all these posts and drill them out a little bit just to give myself a little bit of room to work with. So I'm gonna fight with these for a little bit and then I will be back once it's mostly done. All right, so this is what I'm doing. Just drilling these out a little bit. And then in theory, that's better. Okay, I take it back. It's not that the posts were a little bit thicker than others. It was really just some of the plastic needed to be drilled out on some posts more than others. But here we go. Got all the posts done. I got my nuts on my carriage bolts and got my spinner posts. Next up will be lane guides, but in order to do those I need to start busting out the Titan rubbers. So starting to look pretty good. I really do dig the yellow action on this playfield, and it'll be even cooler once we turn it on and see all the light shining through. So maybe I'll prop you up on an old tripod here and we can install these lane guides together. All right, let's get these lane guides going. Thinking that's looking pretty damn good. You start to get an idea of what this is going to look like with the clear Titan rubbers. So I think that means we must rubber the rest of the playfield now. Alright, let's do that. Fun fact, I ordered one extra tall clear post and one extra short clear post. And somehow, in the grand scheme of things, I am still -1 post. So, go figure. Not sure how that worked out. Probably my math skills. Yeah, so there is one post that is not like the others. And let's see, can you tell which one it is? It's this one. It is got like the ribs going vertical. The other ones are all faceted, so I added that one in from my stash, stole the one that was there and put it here because I had forgot to put that one on there. Anyway, I think I got all the rubbers installed. I had to go digging deep into my stash because I thought I only needed 14 of these guys. But, well, according to the manual, I think there's more like 17 of those. So I managed to find some extras. Got all my little mini post rubbers on. Like so. Actually, you know what? there's 3 different brands of rubbers on this machine. The majority of them are the Titans. Then there are maybe 2. Well, this is Pinball Life. This 2 1/4. I think this is the 2 1/4. That's Pinball Life. And then 4 of 5/16 are Pinball Life. And then I think maybe 3 of the 5/16 are pinballleds.ca. So like I said, I had to kind of go digging to complete the rubber set, but it is done. And yeah, so that's looking pretty good. Will it be even cooler once I turn it on? But what say you we install some flipper bats and rubbers? Okay, I'm actually just going to dry fit these in. I'm not going to do the full alignment thing just yet. I just want to see what these flipper bats look like installed and with the rubbers on them. So here we go. Okay, I'd say that's going to look pretty damn good. Now I just have to install the whole pawl and link assembly that fell out as I was doing that. Alright, here is aerial view of the lay of the land. Next thing we got to do now, well, let's turn off some light. Got her plugged in. So let's see what all looks like all lit up. You ready? Okay, here we go. Ooh, very yellow, but that is what I was going for. Yeah, I dig. Pop bumpers are looking great. Oh yeah, we're not going to see the lane guides lit up yet. Looks like all my general illumination is still working. Oh, you know, for the full effect here, we've got to raise up these drop targets. There we go. See what they're looking like. Yeah, that red does look a little out of place, doesn't it? Might have to do something about that. Okay, well, that is a good dent in the playfield. Tempted to throw on some plastics, but I think I'm going to wrap up this video. I don't know how long it is. I feel like it's pretty long, and I think it's a good time for a break. I'm hungry, and I think we're going to wrap this one up. So, one last thing. No, I guess it won't be accurate. I want to see kind of what the top bumpers might look like, but I don't have yellow opaque. I wonder what yellow transparent would look like. I've seen other people do it. Well, I've got my screws on here, but ooh, that would be pretty friggin' cool, you know? If I find the originals being opaque don't illuminate very well, I may just swap over to this. Will it work? Will the screw holes fit? Yep. So, food for thought there. That looks pretty cool. All right, well, that's a wrap for tonight. We'll see you next time.